Hello and welcome. In this video, we're going to be looking at the product rule, which is one of the rules for differentiation. So without wasting much time, let's get right into it. For our first question, we have if y equals to x squared plus 1 multiplied by x squared, x cubed plus 4, find dy dx. Now there is a long way to do this and there's a short way to do this. So we're going to look at both ways. It's actually the same thing, but in the shorter way, you're not going to write as much. When you're writing an OBJ exam, you don't have to do much, write too much workings. But if you're writing a theory exam, you have to show all your workings, and then it's okay for you to do the longer way to show all your workings. So we can say this is U and this is V. And we're going to use the formula that dy dx is equal to U multiplied by dv dx. So differentiating V, dv dx plus V multiplied by du dx. So we can say that U is equal to x squared plus 1. When you differentiate U, du dx is equal to, you multiply the power by the coefficient. The coefficient is 1, so 2 multiplied by 1 is 2, then x, then subtract 1 from the power, 2 minus 1, 1. Whenever you differentiate a constant, you have 0. So you have this to be 2x. And if you take our v is equal to x cubed plus 4. So dv dx will be equal to, multiply the power by the coefficient. Coefficient is 1, 3 times 1, 3. Write x, then subtract 1 from the power, 3 minus 1, 2. So dv dx is 3x squared. So we'll come back here and say that dy dx is equal to u, this is u right here, x squared plus 1 multiplied by dv dx, this is dv dx right here, 3x squared plus v, x cubed plus 4 multiplied by du dx, this is du dx right here, this is v. So du dx is 2x. So our final answer, dy dx, will be equal to 3x squared into x squared plus 1 plus 2x into x cubed plus 4. Now let's look at a faster way to do this. It's kind of the same thing, but you're not going to write all these steps. So let's take a look at that. Take this here for us to confirm that this is actually the correct answer. So from here we can just say directly dy dx is equal to, you take the first one, x squared plus 1, you drop it, and then you differentiate the second. So differentiating x cubed plus 4, I have 3x squared, right? X cubed, multiply 3 by the coefficient 3, and then subtract 1 from the power. When I differentiate 4, I have 0. And then plus, you take the second and drop it, x cubed plus 4, and then you differentiate the first one. Differentiating this, I have 2 multiplied by 1, 2 minus 1, 1. So I have 2x, which is actually the same as we have here. So this is just, you can just do all what we did in one step and you get your answer. Very, very simple. Let's look at another question. So this question says that if y is equal to 1 minus 2x plus 3x squared multiplied by 4 minus 5x squared, find dy dx. Alright, so I'm just going to use the shorthand method. Alright, so dy dx will simply be equal to, I'm going to drop the first one, then differentiate the second. Right, when I differentiate 4, I have 0. To differentiate minus 5x squared, I multiply 2 by minus 5, minus 10x, then I subtract 1, which is 2 minus 1, which is 1. And this is my answer. And then I'm going to add, right? So to recap, drop the first, differentiate the second, then drop the second, 4 minus 5x squared, then differentiate the first, right? So this will be 0, differentiating minus 2x, I have minus 2, minus 2, plus differentiating 3x squared, I have 2 times 3, 6x, right? So my dy dx will be equal to minus 10x into, I can rewrite this in such a way it is, a quadratic equation. So 3x squared minus 2x plus 1 plus, I can write this as 6x minus 2 multiplied by 4 minus 5x squared. So from here I can say that dy dx is equal to minus 10x multiplied by 3x squared is minus 30x cubed minus 10x multiplied by minus 2x plus 20x squared minus 10x. You can expand this, 6x times 4, that would be 24x minus 30x cubed minus 8 plus 10x squared. So if I collect like terms and simplify, dy dx will be, I have this and this, that will be minus 60x cubed. I have this and this, that will be plus 30x squared. And I have this and this, that will be that will be plus 14x. What else do I have? 8 minus 8. And this is the correct answer to the question. Let's look at one more question. Alright, this one says that if y is equal to 2 root x plus 3 over x multiplied by 3 root x minus 2 over x, find dy, no, not partial, dy dx. Alright, so we're going to solve it the way we've been solving. So say dy dx is equal to, drop this, 2 root x plus 3 over x, differentiate this guy. So to differentiate 3 root x, what do we have? 3, it's the same as 3x raised to power half, right? Power raised to the square root of a number rather is the same as the number raised to power half. Alright, so when we are to differentiate 3 root x, we have 3x raised to power 1 over 2. So 1 over 2 times 3, power times coefficient, will be 3 over 2. And then we have x raised to power half minus 1. Half minus 1 is minus half. Alright, then minus differentiating 2 over x. 2 over x is the same as 2x raised to power minus 1. So multiply the power by a coefficient. Recall that there is minus here. Alright, so we will be conscious of that error. Alright, so we have minus 1 times 2, which is minus 2x. Then minus 1 minus 1 will be minus 2. Okay, and then we're done with this. We've dropped this and we've differentiated this. Then we're going to add and drop this now. 3 root x minus 2 over x. And then we're going to differentiate this. So let me bring it down. Multiplied by differentiating 3 root x, just as we differentiated 3 root x. That will be 2x raised to the power half. Multiply the power by the coefficient. You have 2 multiplied by half, then x, half minus 1 is minus half. Then plus 3 over x is the same as 3x raised to the power minus 1. So this will be minus 1 times 3, which is minus 3x to the power of minus 1 minus 2. Alright? And so we can now simplify. Now for us to simplify, let's say the y dx will be equal to 2 root x plus 3 over x. Now let's write this in form of roots, in form of square roots. So we can bring x down to the denominator and write x raised to the power half as root x. So bringing x down to the denominator, we're going to have this as 3 over 2 root x plus minus times minus plus. Now we're changing this x to the power of minus 2 to 1 over x squared. So this will be 2 over x squared plus we're going to do the same thing. We have 3 root x minus 2 over x multiplied by, this will be x raised to the power minus half. 2 cancels out 2, and we can write this as 1 over root x. Then plus times minus is minus, and now we're going to write this as 3 over x squared. 3 over x squared. Alright, so we can now expand this to get our answer. So multiply 2 root x by 3 over 2 root x, you're going to have 3. They will cancel out. Then multiply 2 root x by 2 over x squared, you're going to have this to be 4 root x over x squared. Then multiply this by this, 3 over x multiplied by 3 over 2 root x, that will be plus 9 over 2x root x plus multiply 3 over x by 2 over x squared, that will be 6 over x cubed plus, then let's put this in a bracket and let's put this in another bracket. So 3 root x by 1 over root x, that will also be 3. Then 3 root x multiplied by minus 3 over x squared, that will be minus 9 root x over x squared. Then minus 2 over x root x plus minus 2 over x multiplied by 3 over x squared minus 3 over x squared, that will be plus 6 over x cubed. Now we can collect like terms and get our final answer. I'm going to clear out this upper part. The y dx will be equal to 3 plus 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. Then we have 4 root x over x squared minus 9 root x over x squared. It's like saying 4a minus 9a. So that will be minus 5 root x over x squared. Now we have 9 over 2x root x minus 2 over x root x. So these have different denominators, so we can write that out. 9 over 2x root x minus 2 over x root x plus 6 over x cubed plus 6 over x cubed, that will be 12 over x cubed. So the y dx will be equal to 6 minus 5, let me write that well, minus 5 root x over x squared plus I can decide to take the LCM of this and say this is 2x root x, and then this will be 9 minus, here x with x cancels out x with x, I'm left with 2 times 2, 4, plus 12 over x cubed, and so my final answer will be equal to 6 minus 5x 5 root x rather, over x squared, plus 5 over 2x root x, plus 12 over x cubed. And this is my final answer. Thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment, and click on the video you're seeing on your screen right now.